back to Wheeling to Dream. I'm Nate.
And I'm Heather.
And today we're going to talk about the Keys.
Florida Keys.
That's where we just got back from. We're not there right now. We're actually at our next location. So anyway, we'll take away.
So we have a bit of a mixed bag of reviews for you. We really enjoyed the Keys overall. We really liked Key Largo. That's where we started, and we made our way all the way to the end, to the very, very, very end. We really liked the snorkeling that we got to do. We went out twice to the Reef. If you have a chance to go snorkel, the only coral reef in the United States, you should definitely do it.
We started off in Key Largo, and we went out to John Pennekamp State Park, and we took the snorkel tour way out to the reefs. It was pretty cool. There was a lot of people on the boat, and it was a little crowded, but after we got there, it was cool getting to snorkel around the reefs. There was plenty of fish to see. We even got to see like a underwater statue of Jesus. That was pretty cool to see too. The boat didn't stay as long as we would have liked. It was only there, after getting out there, it was only there for maybe 45 minutes, and then it took off back to shore. So that was kind of a bummer.
So if you get a chance and you want to snorkel for longer and you want to get a real feel for the reef and actually discover more, rent a boat like we did. We didn't rent the boat, we actually rented the boat and the captain. We took a private charter out about 8 or 10 miles off the coast of Key West, and it was phenomenal. It was much better. There weren't 70 other people in the water with 4 other boats full of 70 other people in the water. Like, it was just the 4 of us, and there were a couple other boats, you know, off in the distance diving, but where we were snorkeling, we were all by ourselves.
Right, it was just a lot more of a exclusive kind of experience, and it was kind of expensive, but it was well worth it. We felt like we got to get out for 5 or 6 hours, I think, and we just went out to basically some more reefs down around Key West and snorkeled, and we did plenty of swimming and just kind of relaxed without a bunch of people around for several hours, and it was really nice.
If you want to rent the same charter that we rented, it's Pirate Kings, and they're located out of Cow Key. His name's Chris, and he's phenomenal. Him and his son took us out. His son's 8 years old. Sweet boy, awesome guy. We definitely recommend him if you are going to be down there and you'd like to take a charter.
Hard to see from the moment we arrived. Cornelia, you are one who will survive. Time's been bad. You put smiles on everyone. Of you and of all I should have done. It don't mean a thing what shape or form that you're in, the place you're from, your wealth, or the color of your skin. And all you have burns to the sky. It's all too late. You wonder why, your everyday is a struggle in the stride. But don't you agree? With beating hearts, we're still alive. There comes a time when all you
we got to Key West. It wasn't exactly, I think, what we were expecting. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just, it's heavily commercialized and it's more geared towards adults. There's lots of bars and restaurants and just a lot of commercial activities to do around there. There's not really a lot of beachfront down in Key West, and we didn't realize that. I guess we should have done a little bit more homework, but we didn't. We didn't realize that the few beaches that were there are man-made beaches, and they're not the prettiest beaches. They're pretty dirty.
Yeah.
And it could just be the time of year as well. We went down in June, so there was a lot of seagrass. From what I've been told, the seagrass varies depending on the time of the year. So we did get to kind of discover around Key West a little bit and see some of the historical things and visit some of the restaurants that have been there for like 100 years.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
We definitely made sure this was one of the places. We don't eat out a whole lot. We try not to, at least, but when we're in places like that, we try to eat local. We did eat local. I'm going to detail in a blog post about the places that we ate that we really liked and where you should go. So if you want to see that, it'll be in the link in the description. So we are in Leo's campground in Key West. We're walking around in their little iguana island, and there are iguanas just everywhere.
You should zoom in on them in the trees.
Just hanging out.
There's a couple right there. There's a couple up there.
And we're all in these trees. And this guy is swimming in the water. This little guy thinks that we have food.
Hey, look, he's coming into a tree.
Look, he's going up the tree now. We are in Fort Zachary Taylor, and I think it looks a lot different than it probably did in its formative years. There are huge cruise ships back there. I think there may have been battleships before. Not cruise ships for sure. But it's still really pretty here. It's not as pretty as Fort Pickens was. If you're in the Pensacola area, Fort Pickens was really, really, really pretty. You should definitely go there. Plus it's on the National Seashore, and if you have an RV, Fort Pickens has camping really close, so. But this is still pretty neat nonetheless. Overall, Key West, like you said, is not what we thought it was going to be. Very commercialized, very few free things for families to do. You're gonna have to rent things or pay money to do a lot of stuff. And the food is atrociously expensive. We spent $55 on a breakfast that we would spend $19 on at Cracker Barrel.
Yep, and that was the other thing I was gonna say. The experience you get from Key West is pretty much gonna be how much you can afford. So,
yeah.
And I think a lot of people go down there expecting that, but just be mindful of that. Taxes are higher and all the businesses charge higher for everything, so be prepared for that.
It's a premium. It's a premium thing for a premium place. It's very touristy. If you're not a tourist, we're not tourists, might not be the place for you. If we were to go again, we're gonna go without our children and we're gonna go for fewer days. I think if we would have hit fewer days, it would have been more fun.
Right.
I've watched so many other Key West videos. The bugs are horrendous.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I've watched 3 or 4 other Key West videos, and they all said, wow, we wish we had more time. They spent like 2 or 3 days. We had a whole week. It's too much time.
Yep.
So be prepared to spend money. The gas actually wasn't really bad down there. We were surprised by that.
It was still high,
but
we expected higher.
Overall.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna wrap this up. The bugs are eating us alive right now, so
horrendous. The bugs are so bad here.
This is a really pretty area we're at, but yeah, they're killing us. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe.